All right, welcome to another modern stream. I have heard a lot of people saying that they wanted to get into AmuLIT and Karn was really expensive. So my idea for today was to try to try out some no Karn lists of AmuLIT. So I still do like Karn a lot, but this is just like a little bit of experimenting to try to see how we can make this version the most competitive possible. This is going to be the second league of the day, so if you want to check out the first one, the link is going to be in the description. But yeah, we made a couple of changes from the last one. Now we have access to 4 basics and only a single breeding pool. That's one of the changes. And then we cut a graph digger's gauge for the Tireless tracker. We're gonna see how that works out. Nice, Cloud Scrapers. You must be very fit right now. Yep. This hand is nice. This hand is nice. 100% a keep. Hopefully we're playing against an aggro deck. I'm playing against Overgrown Tomb. Almost 100% the correct pick for them is Asusa. This might be Jund. In fact, very likely it is Jund. But I think that I cannot not play my Stacy on 2. So, yeah. Powers. Yeah. Plays Uro. Yeah, I know. Sorry. That's one thing that I wanted to point out. If you don't own Uro, for sure play a Baloth. That would be the immediate next comparison. Okay, that is a really good draw. Wow. Let's say that this hand has been working out, chat. Let's say that this hand has been cooperating. Turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 push, even if my opponent plays a Liliana here, we just don't care. Oh, they played a Goif instead? Alright, GG's. Caso. 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 Caso.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, that audio amuses me so much. Alright, Stronghold. Teleria Field? Double Teleria? It doesn't matter. Alright. That's the plan against El Jando. Okay. Bant, please. What is that? This is the kind of hand you need on the regional stuff bait. Yeah, for sure. Well, to be fair, like my opponent played very well and he kept really, really good hands. And yeah, that. Bye-bye, Dryad. Responsibilities right around the corner. Rough. What is with wizards and printing 3 CMC Simic cards that are extremely powerful and expensive? I don't know. Tracker, probably not an insane draw there. Just a medium draw. Turn to Goif here is actually quite powerful because of the Dryad. Alright, we're not going to be playing around Maelstrom Pulse, I don't think. Well, I guess we can play around Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, let's play around Maelstrom Pulse, whatever. Like, it's not like I'm gonna be able to Titan next turn, right? So there's no reason to expose myself. Okay. So we're gonna discard the AmuLIT, I think. The UC chat command is ready. Nice. Okay, so the line here is Vesuva, copy, and transmute for Simic Growth Chamber. And pass the turn. I really hope my opponent's hand is like 2 boils and like a bunch of random nonsense. If we haste here, what happens? Can I randomly die if my opponent has Assassin's Trophy? Well, I guess I could just play the Tireless Chakra as a blocker. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm into it. Double Titan sounds great. Yeah, maybe Double Titan would have been better, but like there we really open ourselves up to getting grossly blown out by what's the name of the card? Assassin's Trophy. Clue. Right, we're just not losing here otherwise. So it's the same that we were considering the previous league, right? It's just like we could go for a more all-in line that has the potential of running into a very, very unfortunate set of circumstances that punishes us. Or we can go for the slower line that will 100% win the game, maybe 2 turns from now. Like, those are the options that we have, you know? And I'm choosing to go for the second one. I guess they did have the double bolt, so... Good thing that we didn't open ourselves up. Could they just trophy the first Titan, though, before attacks, so I don't see the difference? Well, they might see themselves, Riley, they might see themselves in a situation where, like, the only way that they can win is if they cheese me out. So they might, you know, try to bait me into a situation where I transmute, and then I leave myself... Like, I transmute, and I leave myself without enough mana to pay for the second pact. I don't know. Maybe I should have just gone for it and just ended the game right there, but... So this hand has all the mana. It has a way to transmute, to force a Titan through. The only thing that we're missing is a Titan. I think it's a keep, though. I think it's a keep. And if we draw Tolaria, we even have the blue source to use it to transmute. So yeah, I think this is a keep. They had to have double trophy. Yeah, but like the line that I chose just doesn't lose to anything, right? Like they did have double trophy mana, and they had 2 cards in hand. All right, sweet. So this hand is perfect. They also went Wooded Foothills Bolt your dude. So burn? Yes. Alright. This hand seems unbeatable for burn. Yeah, definitely unbeatable. Very much unbeatable hand. Best draw over there would have been a Radiant Fountain. But yeah, when your burn opponent points lightning bolts at your Sacred Drive Scout, usually that is an indication that you're probably winning that game. Burn in this economy. Can you believe it? So there's no combination of cards that kills me here, because like all 1-drops would be 12 damage. So I think it's better to set up for my opponent like double bolting my Titan and leaving me with no threat. It's pretty cold here today. Pretty cold day in Los Angeles, California. Pretty cold day for my opponents. All right, Sage, Oro, Explosives. That's it. Oh, Pact. Go Squatter. I guess Stacy's fine. For the 35k point reward, do I still need to donate 15? No. It's like a different way to, you know, I don't know if 35 is actually a little. I honestly don't know how long it would take a regular viewer of the stream to get to 35k. But I wanted to, you know, like have an alternative, like a way for you know, people that regularly hang out at the stream to be able to pick the deck that I play and everything. Wait till you they tell you the temp in Canada. I never want to know about the temperature in Canada. It's not a small amount. Yeah. I mean, I just don't want for somebody to watch like, you know, 2 weeks and like be able to choose the deck, because then like people are gonna be choosing the deck every day basically. But you know, if somebody watches regularly for like a month, they get to choose. They get to choose like what deck I play. That seems reasonable. Like once every month seems reasonable. Like one league. Because the problem with that reward is that it really is a long time. Like when I stream a deck, that's 2 hours, right? That's at least 2 hours. So it is a really long time commitment. So it should also be like a long commitment instead in terms of like the amount of points that it costs. And this hand, I think I should ship it. If this were basic forest, I would consider keeping this, but I think I have to. On the draw, yeah, I need to do better on the draw. I guess this is better on the draw. Combo of the cavern. Yeah, okay, I'm into this hand. Pact is already mole. It depends. It depends. Sometimes it's not a mole. Sometimes Pact is a mole, and sometimes Pact is not. In this matchup, on the draw, Pact is probably a mole. But if we are playing against, like, blue-white or something... Oh, opponent also mulligan. I didn't notice that. Cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really mind if somebody wants me to play Legacy. Like, I enjoy Legacy. Standard, it's a different story, just because I don't know the cards. Like, there's a lot more hassle that goes into Standard or Pioneer. But, like, I own most of the staples in Legacy. I own most of the staples in Modern. So, make things easier. Second blues. Yeah, sure. I actually, it's more of a matter that I want the Garrison to remain in my deck here. Just a reminder. Alright, yeah, I will. If we lose this one, I'm gonna... I guess whether we win or lose, I'm going to do it after this. Okay. It's pretty good. So we get to explore here, and I guess I'm gonna play a Simic Growth Chamber. I could have shocked Breeding Pool. I don't think it's worth it. Shock to AmuLIT, especially because I'm not sure whether I actually want to play the AmuLIT yet. My opponent might have smashed the smithereens. You mean Okogasi? See, problem MTGO, we only play one guy at my store who plays him. You mean Oko? I mean, Oko is... Let's say that Oko is very, very popular in Magic Online, in Legacy. Do you have it, OP? Yeah, I told you. The problem is that we couldn't really play around it. So now we're probably dead. My opponent's been missing land drops. Summoner's Pact. Ugh. I think we die here. Because I think that my opponent's last card is... I think that my opponent's last card is actually... Serum Blaze. So they're gonna fetch now, trigger landfall, and kill with the Titan trigger on the stack. Yep. The reads. Well. I said I was gonna give 10. Soul Sisk. Okodex, Veil, and sometimes Force 2 is pretty mean. Yeah, it can be rough. Legacy can be rough. See, if I had not played that AmuLIT, we would have actually won that game. Yeah, we can't keep this. Things not looking good here. I'm bottoming the Scout because my opponent showed me that they're keeping Serum Blaze. I did not cure the claim. I guess that's true. Weird. Alright, let's find Radiant Fountain off the top. That would be great. Ugh, for a second I thought my opponent might not have a second land drop. Okay, I really want to trigger this Dryad next turn. So I guess we play Castle and Valakut here. Best draw is a basic forest, because it allows me to Titan. Uro would be kind of nice too. I guess Uro would not be that nice. Still missing a forest. If you play double Castle in Radiant or Slayer Sunhome, are Castle right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I should have played second Castle there. I was thinking of Field, but we're further away from Field than we are from Valakut. We also might just be dead here. We are just dead. Turn 3 kill. Easy. That was a mean slow roll from my opponent. I did not appreciate that. Did not appreciate that. Spear so good. Yeah, Swift Spear is a messed up card. Ban Swift Spear. Ban Swift Spear. Let's go. Let's start a new movement. Ban Swift Spear 2020. Too strong, just too good. Forget the hashtag, let's make it a trend. Gotta protect the players, exactly. Man. Crazy how I would have won that second game if I had not played that AmuLIT into the Smash the Smithereens. That is the kind of lines that leave you thinking, you know? Ban Wild Nakatl again. Remember that Nakatl was banned at one point? What a joke. My face does hurt when Swift Beer sent us Battlefield on turn 1. That's true. Bitter Blossom and Ancestral. And Golgari Great. Oh, yeah, right. That one was actually broken. That's right, yeah. Well, Jace, Bloodbraid, and Stoneforge are just playable. I wish they would experiment a little bit more with the ban list. Like, unbanning stuff. I sort of throw Bloodbraid after the unban. Felt good, yeah. Keep. That symbol is kind of weird. Turn 3 Titan, good. Good job, Saikot, you figure out. Artifact lands should be pretty safe and ban. I think that it's at least worth considering, for sure. I think that it's at least worth considering to unban the artifact lands. Oh no! I thought we had banned this card, chat. What happened? My opponent's playing with banned cards. Judge? Judge! Great Rachel was only bad because he got a ban at the same time Parasamalga was printed, right? Yes, kind of. Yeah, the timing of Golgari Grave Troll was rough. Let's put it that way. Ban Swift Spear. Nope. Watsy, why aren't you watching the stream? You should have banned Swift Spear already. We established that this card is too good. Oh no. Oh no. That's disgusting. Ugh. I'm gonna take a bazillion damage here. Oh man, if we had been on the play, we could never lose. But on the draw, we actually might. So I actually have options here. I can go Tuluria West CB Gross Chamber. What that does is it allows me to transmute this very turn, set up a Titan for next turn. I can play Forest and Steerings and Explore. The thing is, I think this Azusa will die next turn. Yeah, Explore hurts a lot. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the best way to do things? Because this Sidlon is destroying me here. One alternative is to just kind of like ignore the Eidolon. I think I want to develop my mana. Whatever it is that I do, I think I want to develop my mana. So let's go Steerings here. Because if we find an AmuLIT, we can play another AmuLIT. Okay, no AmuLIT. But we found Vestige. So with Vestige, I can explore this turn too. This is really painful. Really, really painful. Right on time. So I'm gonna try for this Azusa to not die, but if my opponent kills it, at least I have an answer to the Eidolon / Swift Spear. And I can spend next turn transmuting for Pact. I think I have to block. Titan? It's not a Titan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I just took too much damage from this Eidolon. I think my only out at this point is to draw into a Titan. So close. So freaking close, chat. So freaking close. So freaking close, chat. So freaking close. Yeah, it's unfortunate that our draw was just a little bit too awkward there. Sucks when that happens. If I had gone for just not do anything, just transmute, then opponent kills Azusa, then they swing for 4, then they swing for another 4, I was dead anyway. But I would have given myself the out to draw into a castle or bounce land. So maybe that was better. It's just super rough. Like I was probably dead anyway because of prowess. So I think that whatever my options were, they just were not good enough. Unfortunately. Man, if we had been on the play that game, we would have won super easily. But that Eidolon just came down exactly on the turn where it mattered. Games like that are a great example of why I think that burnt players grossly overboard against AmuLIT. They bring in stuff like Path to Exile and Deflecting Palm, and it's just like that. Those cards don't matter. The way that we lose to burn is when they aggro us out. Like, that's the way that we lose to burn. We're not gonna lose to a bunch of Path to Exiles and deflecting pumps. We are dead to turn one creature into Clock You. Seven on the play against burn. How do we like this hand, chat? I think this hand is super close. But as is, it feels kind of like a trap. This can be an Uro though. If we had Baloth, I might keep this. Yeah, this needs to be a really good steerings. Yeah, this is a turn 5 Titan. That's too slow. This is better. Yeah, I like this hand. Okay, I actually like this hand a lot. Bottom Boros Garrison here, because I like more green sources and blue sources. So turn 1 Scout, turn 2 Scout. Yeah, I like this hand. This hand's quite powerful. And we have a bunch of draws that make this hand kind of explode. Like an AmuLIT would make this hand explode. A castle would make this hand very good. A castle would just make this hand straight up a turn 3 Titan. Gross. Gross, Mountain. Sunhome, probably not a good draw. Wait, what? Oh, we drew the Sunhome, that makes sense. Duh. Alright, good that my opponent does not know about this. Ooh, oh baby. Oh baby. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna chump one of these. And kind of chill here. My opponent missed the line drop there, so they can't surprise just like blow me out with like Molten Rain or something. Susa on top. It's not very good. Yeah, okay. Alright, do your worst, opponent. What are you gonna do? Drawing Asusa is definitely not good for us. Definitely not going to attempt to gain life into my opponent's open mana. That does not seem like a great idea. And I'm also not going to attack when my opponent could have Path to Exile. Yeah, I think we're good here. Not 100% out of the woods, but pretty close to that. Pretty close to that. Now we're going to get to transmute for a Pact of Negation. I guess we... Never mind. Now we're fine. So we're going to do Valakut plus a bounce land. So Asusa represents 9 damage, while this represents 6. Land number 1. Sure. Your go. I didn't pack the Syrian Blaze there because we get blown away. We get blown out by a Path to Exile. If you play the initial 2 landos before the Asusa, do they die? Yeah, I guess the proper sequence would have been to like make my first 2 land drops and then play the Asusa and then kill them. Yeah, I actually mis-sequenced there. You're right, Obi-Wan. You're certainly right. Mis-sequence there. I mean, it didn't matter. Like, I have a Titan in play, a Titan in hand, and a Pact in hand, so I don't think I'm going to be losing that game anytime soon, but still, you know. Definitely better to sequence properly. I'm going to punish myself with 10 push-ups. It's the only way. It's the only way that I will learn. Oh, come on, deck. I did push-ups. Give me a better hand. This one is interesting. I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to bottom the Asusa. Put almost to 5. Oh no. My opponent insists on playing banned cards. Okay, we're gonna need that one. Do I shock on 1 is the question. I think we play Breeding Pool tapped. And we play Stacy on 2. Because we might need to shock on turn 3 anyway to play the Dryad, so... It was a strong 10 push-ups. Oh, camera, thank you. Thank you. All right, so Stacy, Simic, breeding pool is very painful. It's kind of sad how much I've been drawing my one-off breeding pool. All of these matches that I got paired against Burn. Report for carrying guns without a license. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. Okay, so we have to shock here. We die to bolt plus. We die to bolt plus stuff. Boros. But this is a blocker. It's Lionel Helix, oh my god. Ugly art too. Ugh. OG art's so much better. Yeah, breeding pool it's a really big cost. Attack? No attack. Should I transmute for Pact of Negation here? I think I'm gonna do that. I guess I can also transmute for Radiant Fountain. Yeah, Radiant Fountain it is. It's actually a land drop. All right. Do you have double bolt? Oh, we packed for Uro, right? Like the way my opponent did it, they missed the land drop. I think I'm gonna pack for Uro here. And if we Uro into a bounce land, that would be the nuts. Yep. My opponent says, everything's easy when you play Uro. I mean, that was a really costly F6 value for my opponent there. This is why you're a genius. Exactly. Tell me more about that F6 value, opponent. Tell me more about that F6 value that you got. That's the problem with Wizards. Opponent's taking they're turning MTG into a dumb game with cards like that. Alright, so my opponent's tilting off a little bit in chat. Completely ignoring the fact that if they hadn't played the Boros Charm in the wrong place, I wouldn't have gone for the line that I went for. So... I wouldn't have taken this line if you wouldn't have tapped out there. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's the truth, right? Like, I was never gonna go for this line in the face of 2 open mana when my opponent showed me scorecard game 1. And because they they, for whatever reason, played out the Boros charm. They enabled this line that I would have never gone for under normal circumstances. And this is what irritates me about people salting off in chat. It's just like, why? Just look. Just look at the situation. Like, learn from the mistakes. Learn from the mistakes. Like, you made a mistake. That's fine. It's perfect to make mistakes. But just like blaming it on bad luck, or, oh, Wizards really, like, it's making this game stupid or whatever. Like, you don't learn that way. Nobody learns that way. There is an opportunity for growth. There is an opportunity for improvement here that my opponent is just willingly choosing to ignore. Now that right over there is just a fucking great draw. I mean, that one is kind of just what it is. But still, like, it's like there is a chance for improvement that for whatever reason my opponent here is ignoring and trying to like blame this on luck or poor game design or whatever, just you name it. But it's just like, let's just slow down for a second. Let's think about what happened and let's try to learn from what just happened. Or you can just tilt off and leave it at that. I don't know, that doesn't seem like good EV to me. But maybe it is good EV for other people. I don't know. Who am I to say anyway? Mientras más lloren las personas, más la FIU los castiga dándonos sus top decks. Exactly. Look at this. I've done nothing wrong in this game and had to multiply, but hey ho, GG's. It's just like, yes, you did something wrong in this game. Learn from it. It's just like, it's frustrating. I did tell them. I wouldn't have taken this line if you wouldn't have tapped out there. And they just continue to ignore the fact that they made a mistake. And they just keep on blaming it on luck. It's just like... Anyway, whatever. I am over it. I'm over it. And I tried to... Even yesterday, in the stream that I had yesterday, where I think I was playing the Black Green Titan deck, and I was just tired. I was a little bit tilted, but then I made a mistake, and I tried to stop for a second and think about if I had made a mistake, right? Like, I made a mistake when I killed an Emery when I could have killed an Ashiok, and then the Ashiok ended up killing me, and then after a couple of turns go by, I reassess the thing, and I'm like, oh, I guess killing the Ashiok would have worked out so much better for me. And you just go ahead and you learn something from it. It's so much better to learn something from it than to just ignore it, Turn 3 kill? Yep. Why not pick up Valakat there? Oh, you mean when I don't know. Like the game was over. Did I keep 7? No, I moved to 6. Okay, so I need to bottom something here. So I guess I bottom the snow-covered forest. Oh, is kill the Ashiok kind of like never mind is the Ashiok. Yeah, kind of. Oh, turn 1 dismember. Gross. Alright, any land, please. That's probably the worst possible land, but sure, I'll take it. Okay, so we actually have to play the garrison here. But I could overfield for lethal. Yeah, I mean it didn't really matter. No chalice, sweet, no chalice. For 1 mana, Tectonic Edge is the only way we get blown out here. Vesuva, Stronghold. Well, I guess that my opponent could dismember me here. Because I can percent lethal. I can percent lethal. Do I play around second dismember or do I go for it? I think I go for it. Breeding Pool and Sunhome. Got him. Karn just seems too good right now to play. Yeah, but I mean, I'm playing this list because of the people that don't own Karns. Which, considering how freaking expensive they are right now, it's an actual real concern. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah, we got him. Sure. Opponent moves to 5. It is a rough matchup. It is a rough matchup for my opponent. Untap land, never lucky. Draw forest, profit. Yeah, that would have been nice, wouldn't it? Chalice? Yeah, that's a chalice. That's honestly quite annoying. The good thing, though, is that we actually have a pact, and that's not affected. So that's cool. Trying to get both of my blue sources in play so I can transmute. Matter Reshaper, unbeatable. Good times, good times. That's a heck of a good draw. Matter Reshaper. Gotta go Squirtle right now. Gotta go Squirtle right now. Or not. Okay, that also works, I guess. So, Field of the Dead go. Even if they do draw the Thought Knot, it just doesn't do anything. Chalice would have been annoying there. Chalice would have been the only problem, the only problematic card. Play AmuLIT for the memes. All right, last match. Where's Peace Solo when you need to talk about Matter Reshaper? I know. We should have a sample here. We should have a sample of Peace Solo going with that. His laugh is pretty contagious. It makes me laugh. That was fast. Yes, that was fast. It doesn't matter which version of AmuLIT you're playing, your Tron matchup is gonna be pretty good regardless. So we're on the play. Turn 2. Okay. I'm feeling frisky. This hand is not incredible by any means, but it's pretty sweet. Steerings into another blue source. That's good, okay. So next turn we can Dryad into... No, we can't Dryad. We can Azusa into Transmute. We do get kind of blown out though by a Bolt. So I guess we're gonna wait to see what my opponent does here. Steve. Okay. How am I? Good, Sam. How about you? Would you consider AmuLIT to have a good burn matchup? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so now that my opponent tapped out, they would need to kill my Azusa in order to prevent me from tightening next turn. So that seems good enough for me. So pact for Azusa, play T-West, play Simic Growth, bounce T-West, transmute for another Summoner's Pact, pass the turn. Blue-green Titan Field? I don't know. It could be something similar to what we've been playing. Like we actually played the Rug. It was mostly like blue-green lands deck. I streamed it earlier this week. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember. That's actually a thing that I did not consider. If my opponent is actually playing a Cryptic Command deck, okay, they are not cool. But if they were playing a Cryptic Command deck, we could have died to Cryptic bouncing my Semi-Growth Chamber there. That would have sucked. Winning 2 life wasn't worth it. I'd rather have the green source in play. Boom, boom. Now we can do... land 1, 2, 3? Or is there a better combination? Land 1, 2, 3. That's actually a better combination. Suva Stronghold. We don't need to play around Path to Exile. EE? Why would we want to EE? Why they tap for mana before pacting? It's just force of habit. There's nothing. Like when I know that my opponent can't interact with me, I just don't really pay attention to that kind of thing. Maybe I should anyway. What am I trying to do here? Tuluria West, and I guess a bounce land. Yeah, sure. Didn't play around Spell Pierce. I'm not playing around Spell Pierce out of a Escape Shift deck or a lands deck, right? They playing Bant Scape Shift? Maybe they're playing Bant Scape Shift. Maybe they're playing some Bant lands deck like the one we streamed the other day. We still don't know. I'm very worried about the Spell Pierces. I'm not doing that before. I'm not doing that in game one against, just like game one in Modern. Playing around Spell Pierce doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, Spell Pierce is kind of not a card anymore. I still owe 60 push-ups. God damn. Yeah, Richin, I have to say that doubling the price of push-ups, that was a smart move. Stonks. That was definitely a stonks move right there. I'm probably gonna bring it down to like 6,000 or something. Sorry for the delay, says my opponent. Super laggy. No problem. Could have made it to 40. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the point. That is exactly the point. That you guys could have made me do a lot of them. Man, I didn't want to. Punted by not redeeming them earlier. Fair. Alright, so we are playing against Bant. We are playing against the Bant deck that we seems to be the Bant field deck. I'm just gonna kill them with Double Titan. Didn't need to do that, but I'm just doing it because I can. Alright, opponent had enough. We want this, we want these, we want this, and maybe we want these or these. It's endless raining in NorCal. This is truly the end of the world. Oh, this is raining there. Fair. We probably do want Cavern. We do want GQ. We do want this. I would cut Basic Forest, but Basic Forest is so good. So good. I just got one cavern. Why take out Explore in general? I've been struggling with that on sideboarding. I usually cut Explore in matchups that where being fast is the most important thing. Explore is a great card when you're trying to kind of like grind and play a slower game, a slower, more robust game. If we got a castle here, I would snap this off, but we don't, so I'm gonna ship it. This is a bad hand. But most of her fives are gonna suck anyway. Ah, it's a really good draw. Bounce off the top is good. Yeah, now a bounce off the top is good. I was planning on using Vesuva to copy one of my opponent's forests, and I was gonna get a forest for castle that way. But naturally drawing a forest of our own is just the nuts there. Sure, seems good there. Bounce off the top is good. Dope. Yeah. That's the life. Titan next turn. Yep. What's up, OP? Dryad? Ugh. Yeah. Our opponent's draw seems to be better than ours. Not by much, but certainly better than ours. If one of the remaining two cards is a Titan, I think we're not going to be able to win this game. Alright, so we just pass the turn and we cross our fingers. Also, they have GQ to time walk us one more turn. I am conceding to a prime time though. So be playing Wargate? Maybe. They're playing Bant, so they probably are. Empanadas emote, please. That's not a bad idea, actually. Hour of Promise. It seems to be the Bant deck that we played yesterday, by the way. Triple bucket, you mean? Is there a Mate Gurd emote? There should be. There should be, for sure. Get two more is what I meant. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fair. Yeah, so whenever we get more emotes, I do have a couple of ideas for emotes. A mate for sure. It could be some empanadas as well. The mate one for sure. I really want to make that happen. But yeah, I applied for partner this past Friday. Second time applying. Hopefully the second one's the charm. Hopefully. Oh, this hand is so close. I'm gonna keep it because we're on the play, but yeah, that is, yeah, that is exactly what I was thinking. Why didn't we? We didn't have an amulet in play. Delician Devil. Uh, all right, let's see what's up here. All right, that's not a Dryad. Okay. So I'm liking my chances now. Feels bad, man. You the burn player or control player? What? What are you talking about, Cycle? Okay, we actually have to think here. It sucks when we actually have to think. So. It's similar to one of my last opponents. Oh, okay. We play this. We play this. That is... Hey Sam, welcome back. We play this, we play this. We have 5 mana in play. Played Primetime. Valakut, Vesuva Stronghold, Haste, Attack. And then we get blue sources. I'm trying to see if there's any way that I can pact for Titan, cast Titan, and then still be able to transmute. And I think we can. But of course, the important thing is that we need to be able to pay for our packs next turn, right? So it's not just a matter of being able to transmute. It's just we also need to pay for our packs. And I think we should have enough. So we bounce this. Tolaria Semi-Growth Chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess my opponent's line to win involves Stamping Sphere. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Plus Scout activation. Is Landros worse for fight you? Does that mean we have an anime sword fight? No, it means that we play a match in Magic Online. Yes, but if they go Dryad into Damping Sphere, right? Because I'm kind of forced to counter in the Dryad. Otherwise, the Dryad kills my Titan and takes over from there. I got my hopes up there, nice. And if they go Dryad into Damping Sphere, then we can't pay for our blue pact. I think we just let this go. Does this matter? They get like, let's say worst case scenario, they get like 4 zombies. We pay for Pact, transmute Dryad Valakut, which just kill them. Yeah, this is fine. You know, yeah, so they can get 4. I said worst case scenario. So the worst case scenario is they get 2 zombies. They get 2 zombies, and then they have this a second field or a Vesuva in hand, so they get 2 more. So yeah, in this current board state, they cannot get a second field, right? So they're gonna get any of these lands, and then if they have they have not made their land drop. So if they have a Vesuva or a field or a second field, they can play it. But that's what I'm saying. If that's what they do, then we just pay for our pact. I guess we pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we use 1, 2, 3, 4 to transmute. Gruul Turf, transmute, Dryad, play Valakut as our second land drop. We still have a Scout activation. And then we attack Vesuva or Valakut. I guess the Vesuva is here, never mind. Well, we can bounce it. No, we can't, because we have to bounce it Flurry West. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that we would have been able to make 12 damage happen. Good old 80%. Good old 80%. We wanna see Sakama? Are you kidding me? I gave you a Sakama emote. How much more do you want to see Sakama? Ringo Giant Dino. Alright, yep. That was just another demonstration of, just like deck's still good. You don't need to be playing Karn or any nonsense like that in order to make the deck good, because the deck is good. And it's very, very playable, even if you don't want to spend all that money to get our good old golden friend. He's great. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great, but as you can see, this version is it's very, very playable. But yeah, I actually like this list a lot. I think Steerings is just great. I think it's just great, and it is 100% worse than Once Upon a Time, because like everything was worse than Once Upon a Time. So obviously, But I think this card is super, super bonkers, and I think it's really, really good. And I am not at all sad playing the card. Um, Even if we cannot find the Dryad, what I've been finding is that building the deck like this, where we don't really rely on the Dryad, it just means that if you don't do the Dryad, it's kind of whatever. And the Dryad is just like a good card that you can draw, and when you do, it's great, and you can tutor for it if you want to. But if you don't, that's perfectly fine. And we are just playing a normal AmuLIT game with a bunch of Tolera Wests and Board of Garrison and Sunhome. We saw today how just randomly drawing the Sunhome just like forced my opponent into some really weird place where they needed to like use cryptic commands in very favorable ways for us. And it's just a good deck. It's just a solid deck. We get host by the same cards that we always get host. Like we didn't play against any Bloodland decks today, for example, which is lucky. And we got paired against Ashiok a little bit, but I think we beat Ashiok. We did not beat Ashiok when it was the Grixis Shadow. So there, yeah. So out of Grixis Shadow, Ashiok is pretty much unbeatable, because just like Grixis Shadow is unbeatable by definition for us. So don't think it's worth using sideboard slots for that. As I said earlier, the only thing that I'm kind of hoping to find room for is Bigloth, because I feel like we are a little bit too cold to burn and mono red prowess. I don't know where the slot for that card is. Maybe it is the second force. Maybe it is the third beast within. I don't think it's the third beast within. I think it's either the second force or the Grafdigger's Cage. It could be the Cage. Like, we didn't play against any decks where Cage would have been good today, right? So maybe Cage is just a little bit lackluster in the current meta game. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, YouTube. I will be back very soon, so check out the next video. And don't forget to check out the first part if you haven't already done so in the description below. Like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.